What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. The book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled The Incredible Yet Invisible Good Man. You know, a lot of people keep saying, been saying for years that they want a good man. And where the good men at, and good men don't exist. Without taking into consideration, good men are somehow invisible to you, right? Because when people think of what a good man is, a good man to a lot of people means good looking. So the good man is incredible in theory, ideology, yet invisible, because to be a good man, you have to be strikingly handsome, tall, how can I say this? Rich, preferably famous and powerful, and stoic, honorable, right? Alpha. But the problem with that veneer is that's the ideal man that you're attracted to for sex and reproductive purposes, right? But that's not necessarily a good man. And, in mind and soul, right? So these guys, they can be incredible with their actions. Their actions speak louder than words. So you've met a lot of good men who had great actions. And because there comes a time when people forget all of the things that these men have done for you. And that's why I say they're incredible yet invisible, because I talked to many women over the years who forgot all the things, the good things that men have done for them. But because it was invisible, it was supposed to happen like that, right? And then they meet these guys who in their ideal, they're good men, i.e. good looking. And they remember all of the things with these guys. The good and the bad. Normally they just talk about the bad, but they remember everything. And then as time goes by and all the good looking guys in their life dissipate, whether they get more women, move on, break their heart, or they just do the girls wrong and the girls are right that they got done wrong by the good looking guys, right, that they wanted. Then they start remembering the incredible, invisible good man, the guy that was, concerned about her. The guys that actually took the time to get to know her while she was treating him as he was invisible, right? Quote unquote simps, right? The quote unquote friend zone, right? The quote unquote, that's like my brother, right? The ones that got jealous, or the, you're a good man, but you're just not, for me. You're just not the same type. We're at a different space in life. I think you're cool, but not right now. You seem like the husband type, but you're not my husband type of deal, right? So then people forget something about this. When you have whatever age that you are, when you lack the wisdom and foresight to look beyond your present age and circumstance, to realize that, how I see the world and how I feel about people today, I may not actually have this stance tomorrow because of life. That part gets thrown out the window. You throw the baby out with the bathwater when it comes to the incredible invisible good man, because you know the good man is the baby, and which that's out the window with the bathwater. And then you realize something like, I remember the guy. Remember the guy that did this? Man, he was cool. Remember the guy that did that? He was cool. Remember the guy that was doing this and this and this? He was cool. I never met a guy like such and such again. He was such a nice guy. I never met a guy. And here's where it goes left. Because you didn't see this guy when he was right in front of your face. But when you see this guy again, looks a little bit more handsome than he did when you ignored him, right? You could see him. Or you see him with another woman, and it's like, I thought nobody would ever want him. No, you didn't. Somebody wanted him, because one man's trash is another man's treasure. And a lot of times these incredible yet invisible men are viewed as trash when they're younger, or when they meet women who are serious about life. That's her treasure, right? And then some of you ladies see this man's woman, and it validates that he's a good guy. And you knew he was a good guy, but now another woman validates it, and now it's like, I want a guy just like that. Well, you had that guy that's just like that. You know what I'm saying? But now you see him. He's incredible, yet invisible, yet somehow memorable, and now it's regrettable, right? So incredible to meet someone so unforgettable. So now these guys are the ghost of friend zone's past, or the ghost of not right now's past, or the ghost of, I don't know why I didn't talk to you back then past. You know what I'm saying? And some of these guys wound up, getting more refined, and then you see them and you're like, wait, you didn't present yourself that well back in the day. What happened? Grew. And see, here's where, they keep saying, this is the stupidity of it to me. Women have been taught to like older men, right? Because older men are normally experienced and refined. But you weren't taught to spot those refined men when they were younger, before they get refined. So when they was all hanging around you pre-refinement, all in your face, he was incredible, yet invisible, because he wasn't, the grown, refined man that you was taught to be attracted to. And now when you see him as the grown and fine, refined man that you're attracted to, you lost your luster. I forget the lady who wrote the book about, the women who didn't find, who when you're in college, that's your prime opportunity to find a husband. And you overlook this pool of people because you're trying to get your education and your career. And then the very people that you went to school with go off into their lives and their careers, and then they wind up being the very men that you were looking for, but they were right there in front of your face. They tried to date you. They studied with you. They looked out for you, in college days when you had bad nights, or you had fun with them, but it just wasn't, it just didn't do it for you. And now the same person that didn't do it for you is the same person that does it for you now, but they're looking at you like, you don't do it for me now. I mean, plus I already shot my shot at you a long time ago, and you told me no, and then you reinforced that later, and you moved on with your life, and I moved on with my life, and water under the bridge. So now these guys are good men, and they were incredible because you see them as they are when they fulfilled their potential, and they were invisible when you knew that they were on their way to fulfilling their potential. And now these good men, and I'm not just talking about success in business, I'm just talking about life, demeanor, peace of mind, happiness, the way they structure themselves. You know, you want these guys to be husbands and fathers to your other kids, and you want these guys to be your consigliere to life because they're so far ahead. And now you remember, you see this good guy that you overlook all of a sudden, but he doesn't have time to turn back the hands of time and be all of these things to you, because you're not invisible to him, and he doesn't look over you, but he's already past you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm done with this one. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.